Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Yoga for Skaters. My name is Ace, and today's class is a posture-focused class focusing on Ardha Chandrasana, also known as balancing half moon pose. So this particular pose is really helpful for roller skaters since, especially park skaters, we deal with a lot of momentum and air. And so this particular pose is really helpful for building that body control. Conceptually speaking, as we keep our limbs closer to our center, we can find more stability. But as we lengthen our limbs away from our center, as you'll see in this balancing pose, it gets more challenging. So in this posture-focused class, we're going to focus on some core moves that are going to challenge that kind of limbs away from the center concept, and you'll have a way of working on this on the floor. I hope that there are some poses in here that challenge you so that you come back to this posture focused class, because Ardha Chandrasana is an awesome pose to keep as part of your yoga practice. Also serves as an awesome warm-up if you need it. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and get started in Sukhasana, or a cross-legged seat. So you can let's start with the right shin in front of the left. And we'll just take a moment here to kind of find your grounding, find your seat. If you want to relax the hands on the knees or in the lap, you can do that. And just keep that gaze nice and soft towards, the future, towards 3 feet in front of you. Or if it feels safe and comfortable to close the eyes right now, you can do that. So to go ahead and start, take an inhale, reach the arms up overhead. And as you exhale, draw the palms together, your heart. And from here, we'll take a moment just to find that breath, inhaling through the nose. And exhale out through the mouth. Nice. Take another inhale through the nose. And exhale out through the mouth. From here, keep working with these inhales and exhales. If you'd like to start with that Ujjayi breath, you can go ahead and do that. If you're not familiar with that breath practice, don't worry about it. Just keep those rhythmic inhales through the nose and exhales through the mouth. And as you land on your yoga mat here today, just take a moment to remind yourself of what brought you here. And see if you can let go of everything that's already happened today in your world. See if you can keep in the future what's coming up so that we can stay here in the present and get as much as we need to from this balancing pose from Ardha Chandrasana. As you're ready on your next exhale, you can flutter the eyes open if they were closed. You might lift them to center, relax the hands. And we're just going to start again. Reach those arms up overhead. And as you exhale, send the arms straight out in front. We're going to come into a forward fold. So walk those hands out as far as you can. Very nice. And then from here, go ahead and walk the hands over to the left. And as you walk the hands to the left, if you want to stack that right hand on top of the left hand, you can do that. We'll inhale to press the floor forward and away to the left. As you exhale, soften that right hip towards the floor. So that right hip is sinking back and down. Good. As you inhale, come back through center. Walk your way back up. And then we'll come into that boat pose. From here, so knees together, ankles together, fingertips reach towards the toes. We'll take a moment to hold here. So like I said, Ardha Chandrasana, a strong core pose, standing balance. So we're lighting that core up right here. Take one more inhale. Exhale, go ahead and cross the left shin in front of the right. Good. And we'll find that same stretch. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, lengthen the arms forward and out. Good. As you're here, maybe you let the hips shift a little side to side. And whenever you're feeling ready, go ahead and walk it over to the right. So we're walking those hands over to the right from center. Just going to flip around so you can see my left hand is going to stack on the right hand. As I inhale, I'm going to push through the floor. As I exhale, I'll sink that left hip point down and back. So we're opening up the outer hip, getting the core fired up, getting ready for our Ardha Chandrasana. Nice. As you're ready, walk your way back to center. Come on back. And then we're coming right back to that boat pose. Once again, knees together, ankles and toes together, fingertips reaching towards those pinky toes. Take an inhale. Nice. And as you exhale, cross the ankles however you like. Shift forward. Come into your tabletop position. Beautiful. So from tabletop position, we'll just give the spine a little more awakening here. So inhale, you can arch the spine, take a look up. And as you exhale, press down, round, tucking the chin, tucking the pelvis. Again, inhale, find that arch. And exhale, press down to round. Good. Inhale. Come back to center. So we're going to find neutral. And as we've mentioned, the core is where all of this pose is coming from. So we start with that core engagement. Go ahead and tuck the toes under, lift the knees just to hover ever so slightly. Here's where we're going to find that ab bracing. So bringing the inner edges of the hip points to the midline, draw the belly button up and back. Feel the ribs draw together and lengthen the ribs towards the belly button. Nice. On your exhale, relax the knees, untuck the toes. We're going to inhale the right leg straight back. Good. And then inhale, left arm straight up overhead. Awesome. So here we go. A little more challenging as we lengthen the limbs away from that core center. On your exhale, hug elbow to knee. Good. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. Nice. One more time here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, relax. Good. Go ahead and just shake it out a little bit. So our first feeling of those limbs being close to center and then limbs being long away from center. Let's do second side. Left leg reaches out. Right arm reaches up. Good. Take a moment to find that level hip. Good. You can squeeze the left glute, lengthen through the heel. One more inhale. Exhale, right elbow to left knee. Good. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, press through opposite hand, opposite shin. Inhale, one more time. Exhale, round. Inhale, reach. Exhale, all the way down. Beautiful. Nice. Go ahead and take those hands forward. Tuck the toes. Lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Nice. So a little warm up there. Feeling the core, feeling the outer hips. Next, inhale, look in between the hands. And as you exhale, tiptoe your way all the way up to the top of your mat for an easy forward fold. Beautiful. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Inhale. Rise up through chair pose. Good. Keep those arms straight out in front if that feels okay. You can take them overhead. Nice. So another moment to feel these outer hips, right? Feel the stability through the pelvis. Feel that stability lengthen all the way to the heels. Next, exhale, forward fold. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Keep the right foot in front. Step that left foot back. Inhale, rise up. We're coming into a high lunge here. Beautiful. Inhale in your high lunge. As you exhale, hands come down. Good. Step up to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, come on down. Left foot stays in front. Step that right leg back. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Good. Exhale, hands come down. Nice. Step back to high plank position. Nice. Take an inhale here in high plank. As you exhale, lift the right heel. Good. So another moment to experiment, taking the limbs away from the center. Good. Bring that right leg down. Next exhale, lift the left heel. Good. Hold it here. Exhale, left foot comes down, all the way up and back. Downward facing dog. Beautiful. Take a full inhale here and a full exhale. Good. So next inhale, shift forward to that high plank position. We're going to challenge that balance a little bit, okay? So to start here, take the feet as wide as your mat. Good. As you inhale, lift the right heel. Good. Press through the ball of the left foot and that right hand. Can you inhale, left arm up? Good. Whatever you can hold, and then hand down, foot down. Good. If you want to take a breather, take it. Otherwise, we'll go to that second side. Lift the left heel to hip height. Find that balance. Bring the right arm up. Good. So alternately, you can come to fingertips. Good. Come all the way down. Bring those feet together. Bend the knees. Good. Bend the elbows. Lower the thighs, the hips, and the chest. Nice. Inhale. Just peel up for a little cobra. And exhale all the way down. All the way up and back to downward facing dog. Nice. Inhale here. Beautiful. As you exhale, lengthen those heels. Nice. Good. On your next exhale, knees come down. Perfect. Okay. So moving into some side variations of similar to what we just did. So we're going to start with a side table. Take the right knee and pivot that right foot out. So you're just going to take that right foot wide. So you've got a little base here. You're on the right hand and that left leg is going to go wide. Good. So my right shoulder is over the right wrist or a little bit behind, okay? Take whichever feels the most stable and comfortable for you. Left hand to your hip, flex the left toes. Remember those outer hips? Let's take that left outer hip, squeeze it, lift, left heel to hip height. Awesome. Take a moment to hold here. Good. Yeah, so feel that feeling of brace through the core and lifted through that top leg, right? We can take the left arm up and we're halfway to Ardha Chandrasana. Awesome. From here, bring that left toes down, spiral that left pinky finger forward and around, and find a little side stretch, push through the right hand. And then wrap it around. We'll do the same thing on the second side, okay? So let's go ahead, pivot on that left knee, lengthen the right toes. Once again, shoulder over wrist or behind. Good. And then we find that strong knee down side plank. Flex the right toes. Find that outer hip. You might put your hand there to feel it. Yeah, you can feel it. And then maybe the right hand stays on the hip. Maybe the right arm goes up. Find your hold. Yes. Coming back to that bracing. Inhale. Exhale. Coming back to the outer hip. Inhale. Exhale, right toes come down. Right pinky finger spirals forward, around, overhead. Beautiful. Nice. And then take your time. Bring it back through tabletop position. Tuck the toes all the way up and back. Downward facing dog. Awesome. Next inhale, look in between the hands. Tiptoe your way all the way up to the top of your mat for an easy forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, come on down. Beautiful. Inhale, rise up through chair pose. Yes. Inhale here. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, come on down. Right foot stays in front, left foot back. Inhale, rise up for that crescent lunge. As you exhale, open up to warrior two. Awesome. So warrior two, our most, that hair is going to be our most common entry into, or a variation of warrior two, I should say, will be our most common entry into Ardha Chandrasana. So taking a moment to feel the feeling of that front leg, right? Foot presses down, knee presses wide, activating the glute, hamstring, outer hip. Nice. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, cartwheel the arms down, pop that left heel up. Good. So stay right where you are. I'm just going to switch directions so you can watch this transition. From here, squeeze the right heel to your right sit bone. Good. And then you're either going to stretch the right foot out, come into side plank, or keep that right knee to your chest and pivot into side plank. Okay? Once you get to side plank, you can lengthen the right leg. Perfect. So however you got into this pose, maybe you put the foot down first. Good. Hold, inhale. As you exhale, the exit, same as entry, knee to chest. Good. Pivot around. Step the right foot back. Nice. Inhale in high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Awesome. Inhale, take a look in between the hands. Exhale, tiptoe your way up. Forward fold. Nice. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach up to chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, come on down. Right foot steps back. Inhale, rise up. Crescent lunge with that left foot in front. Exhale, warrior two. Nice. Once again, this is kind of our standing pose prep for our standing balance. Feel that front leg preparing. Glute, hamstring, outer hip. One more inhale. Nice. And as you exhale, cartwheel those arms down. Good. Once again, I'm going to switch positions so you can see the transition. You stay where you are. Good. Right heel is up. You're going to squeeze that left heel to the left sit bone. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Maybe step back and then side plank, or keep squeezing. Come into side plank. Lengthen the left leg from here. Awesome. Yeah. So again, that action of close to the core, away from the core. Super strong. Good. Inhale. And exhale. One more inhale. Exhale. Hug the knee in. Rotate back. Good. Step the left foot back. Inhale in high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice. Inhale in your down dog. Good. As you exhale, tiptoe your way all the way up to your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, come on down. Inhale, reach up and look up. Exhale, palms together at your heart. Awesome. All right. So let's get into it. Balancing half moon. Your core is prepped. You're familiar with limbs in, really strong. As the limbs go out, can you keep that bracing? Can you keep that engagement? So we'll start getting into this from Prasarita. So take the feet really wide. Perfect. Hands to your hips. Boop, boop, boop. I'm going to come down here. So we're going to pivot on the right heel and set up for warrior two towards the front edge of your mat first, okay? So from warrior two, strong front standing leg. I'm going to keep my hands on my hips. As I inhale, I'm going to lengthen that right leg. Good. And then I like to heel toe the back foot up just a little bit, okay? And this transition, really nice skill to have, transitioning from 2 feet to 1 foot, okay? So I'm going to bring the weight into my right standing leg, knees a little soft so that I can kind of push off the back leg. Whoop, nice. And then if this is where you go, awesome. Where we're going towards is hinging, 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 yes. And then maybe right hand to the floor or a block. I'm going to bring mine to the floor. Beautiful. And then we've got that modified side table with the leg lifted. And then maybe the left arm goes up. Good. You challenge that balance, or I challenge my balance by lifting the fingers up away from the floor, holding this shape. 3, 2. Good. Transition out. Soft bend in the front knee. Reach back. Arms here to help you balance. Good. Lengthen that right leg. And we come back to Prasarita. So nice. Okay. Let's do the second side. So warrior 2, pivot, lengthen in. Good. So we feel that standing leg. We feel that now the weight's going to be going onto this left leg. All right. Lengthen. Good. If you liked taking a little step in, go for it. Really, the only requirement here is to feel in control of coming into this shape, okay? So weight in that front standing leg, little push off the back leg if you need it. Maybe you start here, yeah. Or maybe you start to hinge some more. Good, good. So again, I like to start with my hand on the floor or a block. Then I find my full shape, keep that engagement, and then work for the hold. So as the limbs move away, there's even more intention we have to pay, or attention we have to pay to that core, to that standing foot, to that engaged lifted leg. Everything's playing a role here in keeping you balanced. Hold 3, 2, good. Soft bend in the standing leg. Reach through the back leg. Warrior 2. Nice. Lengthen that front knee. Good. Pivot on that heel. We'll take all 10 toes straight ahead. Hinge at the hips. Let's come into an easy forward fold, keeping those feet nice and wide. Good. As you're ready, go ahead and shift a little side to side. Very nice. Very nice. Good. Heel toe those feet together. Beautiful. Really gentle twist. Kind of give those hips a moment to reset. So keep that left hand underneath your nose. Bend into the left knee. Inhale the right arm up. Beautiful. Full inhale in your twist. As you exhale, bring that right hand down. Good. Bend into the right knee. Ground that right hand. Inhale, reach the left arm up. Find that twist. Awesome. And then go ahead, bring the hands, both hands down. Good. So from here, go ahead and just lower down into a kneeling seated position. Very good. So we're going to finish out our practice here with just a little bit of a core opener and one last moment to address the hamstrings and the outer hips with Ustrasana or camel pose. So if you're familiar with it, awesome. We're just going to come into it twice from the bottom up. So go ahead and come on up to kneeling. I like to have my knees about hips distance, and I like to tuck the toes. If you'd like to have blocks behind you, by all means do that. The way we're going to do this from the bottom up is hands to thighs, engage those glutes. Go ahead and just lengthen back. Keep the front body strong till you can bring your hands to your heels. And then, keeping the glutes engaged, start to push the hips forward. Yes. Lift the heart to the sky. If you like to drop the head back, go for it. Inhale. And exhale. Good. One more inhale. And then exhale, come back out the way you went in. Good. Come back to that nice flat spine, hands to thighs, squeeze the glutes to come up. And then brief moment to sit back. Yeah, taking a breather here. Good. And then let's go ahead and set it up one more time. Inhale, shift forward. Good. Tuck the toes if you like that. Go ahead and everything is strong. Lengthen back. Good. Hands come to heels. Get even stronger. So the back body is engaged to help you open up through the front body. Give that heart a moment. Give those hardworking hips a moment. Yes. That core gets to stretch out. Take one more full inhale here. And then exhale, soften. Good. Bring the hands back to those thighs. Core is strong, glutes are engaged, and then all the way back up. Go ahead and come to that seated position. You can let the hands rest in your lap. Maybe one hand to your heart or both hands to your heart. If it feels safe and comfortable to close the eyes, you can do that. Or just take this moment and see what might be coming up for you when it comes to the idea of balance, right? We're all working with what we have. How can we meet ourselves where we are and go from there? Start with balance, find balance. Good. From here, go ahead and just shift forward into tabletop position. Yeah. Take a moment. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head. Exhale, lengthen the tailbone back. Nice. So one last moment here in downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back. Beautiful. Inhale in your down dog. Exhale, just take a moment to notice the difference in perspective now that you know this concept. As we lengthen the limbs away from our core center, how does that core engagement sensation change, right? Go ahead and relax the knees. Sink all the way back. We will take child's pose as our final resting pose here today together. If it feels comfortable to let the knees be wide, you can do that. If it feels more comfortable to let the arms wrap and the shoulders round, you can do that. And then go ahead and stay in your resting position. If you're working with any breath practice, just let it go. And take these next about 5 breaths just to soften. Maybe there's areas of tension in the body that need to soften. But maybe there are some areas of the mind that need a little bit of softening. Maybe there's expectations. Maybe there's judgment. What does it feel like to just ease off of that? Like 1%. And as you're ready, go ahead and take your time, slowly bringing your way back up to a final comfortable seat. If you want to stay in child's pose or go into Shavasana, you can definitely do that. But wherever you are, go ahead and draw those palms together at your heart. Take a moment to thank yourself for making it to your mat here today. And then take another moment to extend that gratitude to one another for sharing this practice, for sharing this community of roller skaters. And the light and the teacher in me sees the light, and the teacher in all of you. Shanti, peace. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today for this posture-focused practice. This practice included some very challenging core work from the floor, so kudos to you if those transitions and those holds happened. And kudos to you if you tried it. Like, this is hard stuff and it takes practice. So stick with it. You can do this video as many times as you like. And I can't wait to see you again for our next practice.